Previously, it's you allowing what you have to feel muna. And this is why we have to protect our energy. Because if someone tries to compromise our energy, to use it to their advantage or to their gain, that's when it gets boom. This is when you would feel drained. You would feel like not yourself. Parang hindi ikaw na to. Alam mo yun, those times na sinasabi,
Like and follow Runaway Podcast because it's time to run away.
and welcome back to the Runaway Podcast. I'm your host, Jerome Paul. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to see everyone again. Hi. Hello. All right. So, you guys, I hope that everyone is safe and sound for real. Okay. I hope that everyone is safe and sound because of the recent storm that hit the Philippines. I do hope that everyone is safe and dry and healthy again with the health issue. I hope that everyone is doing well. And tonight will be the final episode of our Halloween special, Ghostly Encounters 4. Now, as I have prefaced from the previous episodes, this is not our usual Halloween special where we get to scare each other or tell our ghost stories. This is more of like teaching and discussing what can we do to face and protect us from these unknown and unseen energies around us. So the first episode was understanding Cassandra. That was me explaining and finally putting the end to the scare factor of my bantay, of my ghostly guardian angel. that everyone also told me about. She Since she is unseen, it's important to like lay down some groundwork muna on what we are working on. Afterwards, the second episode, it we talked about protecting our energy, and it's not just us using prayer, not just using holy water, or not just using like amulets from our religions. This is us actually protecting our energy and expanding our knowledge in trying other healing modalities. And this includes like using of crystals, using essential oils, meditation, journaling, for us to have that sustainable energy, because everything must come from within. Now, for the last episode of Ghostly Encounters, I will be talking about facing my shadows, facing your shadows. To be specific, here we go. Now, before we get into it, I would like to preface this topic by saying this is not the first time we're going to talk about facing your shadows. There's a throwback episode from the Seven Dimensions of Wellness with me and Atidet, one of the co founders. Oh, sorry, the co founder of We Are Pathways community. So, highly suggest you listen to that first and understand what are shadows and how can we do shadow work. Just a little bit of an introduction there too. So tonight I will be sharing my experiences in facing one of many of the shadows that I have in the past. Shadows is a term where you have past version of yourself, the things that you do not like about you, your so-called demons. Yeah, and sorry, so-called demons. And these so-called demons that we have has haunted us in our life, has autopiloted, as Atidet would say, has taken control over our iOS system. And sila na nagda-drive. They're the ones who like drive us to what we're doing. And facing our demons is something that everyone must do, of course, once in their life. And we do this to gain self-awareness of what we can do better. We do this for our own growth and resilience. And we have to face our demons, of course, to be okay, to be confident and have the confidence to live authentically. Because once we face our demons, it allows us to live more authentically. This is when the lying stops. This is when the people pleasing attitude stops. Another throwback episode to Seven Dimensions of Wellness Season 3, where I sit down with one of the alchemists of We Are Pathways, Ate Elna, embracing authenticity. Highly suggest you go listen to that episode too. So, to live authentically, just to give you a quick rundown, this is when we align our actions and choices with our true selves rather than being held back by fear. Because once we face our demons, again, we gain the confidence in overcoming obstacles that can boost our self esteem, empowering us to tackle future challenges. That's that. Now, facing our demons, facing our demons and facing your shadows. Now, here's the thing, okay? How can we do it? How can we do it, Jerome? How can we face our own demons? What are they anyway? Yeah. So, facing your demons can be a powerful and transformative process, yes, because it involves confronting our fears, our insecurities, and most especially our past traumas. traumas that you might have been avoiding, traumas that you have might been burying. Guilty. Guilty. Like, oh, just put it in a box. Kailangan natin i-put yan sa box. Okay, mamaya na yan. Mamaya na yan. Kakamamaya na yan natin. Ipon na lang siya ng ipon na iipon. And then suddenly, we find ourselves in a situation where we just have this burst of anger out of nowhere. Bigla ka na lang sa Super Saiyan. Ah! Ayos ka! Ayan. And that's one of my past shadows already because didn't know how to process how I was feeling. And all I could ever do was to shove it down, mamaya na lang, this too shall pass kind of mindset. But there's that hate lingering eh. There's that hate lingering. Here we go. OJM is here from Zero Hour Discussions. Thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Hello. Hello. There we go. I mean, yun na. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, man. So we can face our demons. Okay. This is just my take. I'm going to be sharing what worked for me, and you can try it on your own too. First and foremost, you have to acknowledge them. The, s- the fact that you acknowledge that you have your own demons is already enough for you to go to the next step, which is identifying what are they? Who are these demons? What are their names? Ano yung pangalan nila? Ano ba yan? You know what I mean? What are these? And for us to simplify what are these demons, of course, we would probably say, oh, these are the negative thoughts, past experiences, or habits, vices that we had. Acknowledge them. Again, because down to the core, or by the end of the day, we are the ones who demonize these experiences. Because once upon a time, somebody told us that, oh, this is wrong. Or there was an experience that we experience na nakasakit tayo ng tao because of it. So, mali to. So, mali yan. Hindi ko na ulit gagawin yun. Never again. No, no, no. Whatever it is. Yan. Pero stop natin dun sa thought process na yun. Whatever it is, ayoko na. Tapos na. That's it. Never again. That's it. Hindi ko na gagawin. Wala na eh. Yun na yun. It's kind of a bad thing to do. It was a bad thing for me to do. Kasi, what's the purpose of it? Okay, tapos na. Sure. Lesson learned. Nga ba? Did you really learn a lesson? Did you learn something from that experience when you finally said, okay, enough is enough? What did you actually learn from it? Did you say enough is enough just to like stop it on the spot? Or did you say it genuinely na, okay, enough is enough. I know this. So this brings me to the second one on how we can face our demons. This is when we start reflecting. Reflect. Another recurring theme in the Runaway podcast is for us to think. Think about it. Even if you try to run away from your own problems, you cannot run away from your own 2 feet. You cannot run away from your own mind. You cannot run away from what's inevitable. You can't run away from something that you would circle back to it. Yun. Kasi you need to spend time understanding how these issues affected your life. You know what I mean? For example, matagal ko na tong matagal ko na tong issue na patuloy pa din yung process ng healing, no? I love using emojis. Most of my friends know that. Alam nila yon. Okay, like I love using emojis. And if I don't use emojis, I would think that I would seem so serious, na walang pakialam, na monotonous, na bad trip. Alam mo yun? Um, Ganito lang tayo magsalita, wala tayong emotions. Ganun. Alam mo yun? Lalo na pag may period, galit to. Galit to. Pag may period, galit yan. So, I started using emojis excessively talaga to convey emotion through the text, which is already difficult enough, 'di ba? Kasi as a sender of the message, it's my responsibility to try and be understood as much as I can with the tools that I have, with the tools that I am allowed to access. Text, pictures, emojis, memes, GIFs, voice recording for me to be understood. Now, I would find myself angry and annoyed if some of the people that I talk to, especially especially my parents, students, when we're talking seriously about something, of course, there's no emojis at all. But after we have discussed what needs to be discussed, I felt like it's my responsibility to give them that soothing feeling that, okay, we're okay and I'm okay. I get where you're coming from, so let's work together. It was never enough na, okay, thank you. That that was never enough. So I have to go that extra mile to send emojis, find the GIF. Yeah. And here's another thing very quickly. This is why I was so shocked to find out that there was this long email that I received years ago talking about my mistakes. And even that email was already like very private and I'm not really going to talk about what's in there, but it shocked me to the core because I found out something that if there is an email that I have received, it would be so much better if there's a follow-up discussion about it. Like 15-minute call, 7-minute call. There you can already do a lot in those short minutes. And I mean it. I mean it. So I have demonized that feeling if somebody doesn't use emojis or the necessary tools that they have to convey their message, especially the emotion. I would feel annoyed. I would feel like they're not giving the same effort as I do. I would feel like it's not enough. And that's just me. And when I found myself in a place where I need help in understanding this. I need help. Why is there this obsession to like put this idea na, oh, gumamit ka ng emoji. I have to seek support. Okay? Like, I really have to seek support. So you can do that too. Seek support because most of the time, when we do something na nakalakihan na natin, na nasanay na tayong gawin, we would always think it's right. Always. 110%. We would always feel like what we do is right because or just because we have been doing it for a long time or that's what we've known for a long time. You have to seek support. Seek support that sometimes there are other perspectives. And there are two ways for you to get that download of perspective. One is the easy way na, okay, sabihin ko lang sa'yo. That's it. Basag. That's the easy way. Okay? Like, that's the easy way. If plain and simple, sabihin ko sa'yo, mali yan. Mali ang ginagawa mo. Nope. That's the easy way. Easy way kasi like, That's the bare minimum. You will just say what's wrong. The hard way is that you have to have this coaching session, lack of a better term. You have to have this discussion. You have to have this one-on-one session then, one-on-one conversation. Because talking to friends and family or a professional, yeah, can provide perspectives and help you feel less, okay? Less alone in what you're going through. Na hindi lang ikaw yung nag-iisa. I'm 26 years old. I have said this a lot already. Na I'm already in that point in my life na, alam mo yun, papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako. And that's so deep for me. Kasi I never thought that I would be in that position or I would be in this position, that I would find myself saying that. So to I have to let that sink in. Let that sink in. Kaya nawala din Runaway podcast for a while because ang daming basag moments, ang daming healing na nangyayari behind the scenes. Not just with We Are Pathways, of course. With me, ang dami. Self-realizations, the things na akala mo okay pala, yung pala hindi. Yung anger mo kung saan nagsistem, you have to seek support. You have to seek support. And those are just three. Three. And you can do many more steps. And that's just it. Like for me, for now, we can follow those three steps. One, acknowledge them. Two, or acknowledge them. Acknowledge them. Two, you have to reflect on how you feel. And then you have to seek support. When you're ready, you have to seek support for you to take the necessary baby steps for you to face your demons. And again, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone kasi not everyone can have the strength to push through, to go through with it, to be still, to be quiet, to be alone with your thoughts, to meditate, even though hindi siya madali, even though it's not easy, we can do it. It's not impossible. It's possible. And this episode is really serious. This episode is really serious. Don't worry. Next episode, we're gonna go back to the like fun vibes. Yay! Runaway podcast. But I just feel like I have to get this out there because I know the internet is not the safest place to talk about these kind of stuff. It would be better if it would be like one on one or like privately, of course. But if there's just an idea that how can you get there, I would be glad to point to the direction on where you need to go. Just point, okay? Not tell you what you need to go. I'll just point. If you want to go there, okay. Don't want to go there, okay. No problem. Here we go. Because it's not like a magic spoon that, has everything that you need. It isn't. It's still everyone's unique journey. And that's what I have to remember. Even if I give you tips, it's still up to you. Take what resonates with you. Ayan. Again, like this is just us facing our shadows and why we have to do it. Why do we have to do it? Now, this is where it gets interesting again. Because I don't have my journal here. Unlike the last time. This is just for show, like a small journal. Ayan. Pero wala talaga laman yan. But this is the part where I will tell you the process that I go through step by step on how I journal, on how you can face your demons. Again, I know that journaling is not for everyone, but you can give this a try in your own time and in your own space. If you're ready and you're willing, then it would be good. Now, here's the thing: facing your journals, facing your journals again, facing your demons through journaling. Here we go. Um, I'm gonna do this. Here we go. Just a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared right now because I feel like I would overshare. I would overshare. And this is not going to be like super duper like edited. No, if what's out there is out there. What's out there is out there. So again, let me preface this topic and what I'm about to say. Let me preface it by saying this is my own experience. What works for me may not work for you. Take what resonates with you. So give an introduction, okay? You have to give an introduction. Briefly explain the purpose of your self reflection. Ano bang purpose mo? What is it? Okay? Just muna siya. Like, briefly explain it. So, like, okay, I'm writing this. Okay? It's gonna open a notepad here. Okay, I'm writing this because I find myself lying all the time. Yan. I find myself lying all the time. And the purpose of me writing this is to gain a different perspective about the situation, about this habit. There we go. So you can try that out. And you can try that phrase. So I'm writing this, blah 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 blah. Or the purpose of me writing this is to gain a different perspective about the situation, about this habit. Yeah. Okay. So second one, the second one is identifying your demons. Okay. So you have to list your fears, insecurities, or past experiences you want to address. Alagay na doon, di ba? It's already written that I want to gain a different perspective on why I lie all the time. So the demon there is lying. So the question now is, why is there a need for you to lie? Why is there a need for you to lie? Here we go. So, why? Why do I or why do you lie? Okay, parang hindi naman ano yung ano. Okay. So, why do you lie? So, I lie because I have a fear of not being accepted. I lie because I have this icky yan, it's like icky feeling when yeah, okay, I feel no, when we have different perspectives. Ooh, yon. No, not different perspectives, we have opposing yon perspectives. Yan. Doing this online. Okay, doing this online. Okay, here we go. So why do you like? Now, you have to also explain why these issues are significant to you. Here we go. You have to explain why. Bakit? Why do you need to work on these? Okay, here we go. So we're gonna work on it. Why do you need to work on these? Okay. So I lie because I have a fear of not being accepted. One, I want people to accept me for me. Like me, me, me. Okay, and then that second one, I have this icky feeling when we have opposing perspectives. I want to handle conflict management better. That's it. That's it. That you can coexist. It's one. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Oh, facing my demons online. Here we go. There we go. You can read it. Read it there. read, read it there. Okay. Next one. Number three is understanding the impact. Okay. You have to describe how these demons affect your daily life, thoughts, and emotions. Simply put, okay, this one. How does these affect your daily life? It's gonna like write one. It's gonna write one. Okay. I want people to accept me. I find it difficult. No, 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 no. I develop and multiple personas slash characters just for me to feel accepted. I want to handle conflict management better. If I can't do that, and how does this affect your daily life? I cannot function well at work. Boom! Nadala pa nga ang work environment. See? There we go. Pretty cool. I really like these. But again, take what resonates with you. Understand the impact, describe how these demons affect your daily life and emotions. How does this affect your daily life? I develop multiple personas, characters just for me to feel accepted. I cannot function well at work. I mean, like, naging people pleaser tayo eh. Like, ay. Yan. Another conversation for us to dive in deeper. Number four is to identify the root causes. Ayan. And this is where it gets heavy. This is where it gets difficult because all of the things that we have shoved down in a box, in a chest, in our hearts, we have to start digging it up with the intention of understanding it, not digging it up because like we're gonna use it to attack someone or we're going to like use it against someone. And that's the thing that I hate the most. That's the thing that I hate the most. Some people would use other people's root causes of their fears and insecurities. Root causes, root causes. And throw that away. Just focus on the fruit of the action, not the intention or not the root cause. You know what I mean? Kasi, ano yun? Sobrang hirap ng ma-identify kung sino ba talaga yung perpetrator. Kasi now, you have to start digging up that situation. Let's try, okay? Let's give this one a try. Okay. Consider past experiences. Okay, so was there a time where I lied a lot? And then the internet had started its thing. Okay. Was there a time where I lied a lot? So we would say yes. Why? Okay, was there a time a lot? Good. Why is already given. Was there a time when you saw people lying and thought it was good? So I would say yes. There we go. Or ito pa malupit, was there a time when people pushed you to straight up lie, okay, and not tell the truth? And that would be a yes. Bro, that Like even I'm surprised. Like, oh, Jerome, are we still like doing this? Are you sure we're gonna go down this hole? Because you have just enumerated a lot of things that you put in your journal. It's out there. Again, people would easily take these out of context. But for you to identify and just like give it a try, I would be your guinea pig. I would be your guinea pig. Mm, there we go. Nice. What is it? The truth. Yes. Hmm. Cool. Oh, Runaway. Runaway podcast. Here we go. Now the fifth one, I'm just gonna like go through like a speed run because like there are a lot of things that I have written down. The fifth one is like responses and coping mechanisms. Like in a situation, okay, you have to analyze how you typically respond to these demons. Specifically lying, right? If you are being caught or if you are being um parang if they're already suspicious of you that you're lying, what do you do? Yeah, okay. So there we go. So what do you do when someone catches you lying? Okay, like this is just me. Okay, this is just me. I would straight up not show any signs of fear, and I would show, yeah, I would show that I am solid as a rock, all as a rock. And there we go. I would be firm. I would be firm. I would be firm with what I'm saying. And masculine. Ah, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Okay, interesting stuff. So, what do you do when someone catches you lying? I would straight up not show any signs of fear. As in, like, ganda ba ako? Yeah, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. And I would give compliments and supporting claims to that. I would do that. How far you can go talaga, you know? How far you can go. You know, like now that I'm thinking about it, I have learned or no, no, no. I got the seeds of these, like being firm with what you say and show that you're solid as a rock. Like when I had time, when I had my time during the debate team. There we go. Because like when you're in the debate team, of course there are two opposing views. Like there's a pro and then there's a con. And even if and even if you side with the pro, even if you know that you know one is justified na, if you're in the con, dude, you're screwed. You're screwed, man. You're screwed. Like, eh, but you have to. You have to speak for the con. You have to say the disadvantages. Talaga. Oh man. So ah, I'm sorry. I'm just like I'm just being overwhelmed with emotions right now. Kasi oh nga no. Parang hmm, sad. Sad. Number six, goals for facing your demons. You have to set specific, achievable goals for confronting these issues. Promise. Okay? You have to consider both short term and long term objectives. Have to consider that. Now, for example, okay, what do you want to get out out of this? Get out of this. Okay, so short term. Okay. Um, quantify it. Okay, quantify. You have to say numbers para at least matrack down mo siya. Okay? Baby steps. Baby steps. Short term, tell the truth. No, no, no. Tell my opinion. Yun muna. Tell my opinion. with prefacing statements. Yan. Okay? Yun yung short term. Long term, okay? Long term, to s- express myself freely. Okay. Now, quantify it. Quantify it. Short term. Like tayo. Tell my opinion. Honest talaga. Okay, my honest opinion to 5 people. No. Sige, 10. 10 people I interact daily. Learn. Yan. And practice 3 prefacing statements. Okay. Quantify ulit. Long term. Okay. Like long term. Okay. To express myself freely. Ayan. Short term pa din kasi 1 to 3 months eh. In 6 months. That's it. Boom. Future Jerome, past Jerome, you're working together. Awesome. So this one, what do you want to get out of this? Short term muna. Tell my opinion with prefacing statements. Why? Because if you have to go back earlier, one of the reasons why I lie is because I do not know how to handle conflict management. And for me to seemingly avoid conflicts, you have to preface your topics first. Ah? Ah? Yun muna. Baby steps. Okay? Baby steps. Quantify it. Oh, sorry. Long term, to express myself freely. Quantify it. Lagyan natin ng numbers. So, short term, I have to tell my honest opinion to 10 people I interact daily. I'm a teacher. I teach students. Yan. I have to tell them my honest opinion about something. And that doesn't work for everyone because, it will destroy their confidence. Mali yan. Alien. Pero hindi lang. It's not always just gonna be that. It can be immediate feedback. Because as a teacher, as an online teacher, we would mostly move or lean towards delayed feedback rather than immediate feedback. Why? Because developing their confidence is our number one top priority. Again, not every teacher is the same. Teaching style, boom. Okay? 10 people too, with my friends sa chat. I am overwhelmed with the number of people who are chatting me every day just to check on me, but I do not have the space to hold for them because I do not have the space to hold for me. And that's sad, man. I know they're just trying to reach out, like check up on me, but I can't. Gulo eh. Sobrang gulo. Sobrang gulo. Quantify it, okay? Long term. Long term. Sorry, short term pa din. Quantify it. Learn and practice 3 prefacing statements. Prefacing statements. Ayan. So like, okay, let's see. What are some prefacing statements that I need to try and practice? Di mo alam? Ask ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT generate 10 prefacing statements. Boom. Yeah, here we go. Prefacing statements. No. Statements for English. Hold on, for English. No. ChatGPT. Okay. What do you mean? This is like no idea. I have to. Okay, I'm gonna try Copilot. I'm gonna try Copilot. There we go. Generate 10 prefacing statements. Cool. Ayan. Okay, there we go. To provide some context, I'd like to start with, or as we begin, let me highlight a key point to set the stage. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here we go. Oh, Jay is here. Hey, man. Good evening. Good evening. We're doing like a live journaling session of self reflection in the Runaway podcast. It's such a new thing for me to do. So yeah, thanks for dropping by, man. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, that's it. Those are just some of the steps. Okay, we're only in number six. We're at number six. The last one is, of course, number seven. You guys know that I love seven steps. Okay, it's not that many. It's not that short. Just the right one. Okay, here we go. Have to have an action plan. You have to have an action plan now. It's a little bit different from setting your goals and facing your demons. Um, it's a little bit the same with what I just did now because it acts as doubles. So, action plan outlines steps you will take to face your demons. Like, for example, seeking support. Okay, practice mindfulness. Have a healing session with We Are Pathways. Mhm. Tagal ko na hindi nag-healing session. Oh my God. I need healing. I need healing. I need healing. I'll make time for that. Genuinely, this time. And you have to you have to use present progressive tense. At least for me. Okay. At least for me, it helps me out because it starts with a verb. I don't have to like scan na I blah 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 blah. I don't need an affirmation statement. I need action statements. I need action statements. Yun. So, present progressive tense. Para I have this thought na I'm already doing it. Na I am going to do it. Yun. And as a bonus, as a bonus, you can also include timelines or milestones to track your progress. Have I? You know what? Take my journal. I'm gonna take my journal. Nope, this is not the journal. This is not the journal. It's not. It's not. It's another journal. So I have listed down all the times that I had a healing session this year, and my goal was to have at least 10. But if I remember correctly, I have like four. Four or five, and 4 or 5 official healing sessions. Then like a lot of meditations na. A lot meaning this year, not gonna lie, like 50? Naka 50 pa lang ako. Just this year. Just this year, man. Just this year. Ah. So it's it's you doing the work. It's you doing the work. If you would like to have the strength and courage to face your demons, then this would be the best time for you to do it. But the best time because like 2024 is about to end. It's a clean slate. There's that collective energy na like, oh, okay, I'm gonna start a new life. Hooray! I'm gonna start a new life. But if you're like me, who's not gonna wait until the new year, I mean, why do you have to wait until the new year just for you to have a clean slate? Who told you that, di ba? Who told you that? Like, you can have a clean slate like today, tomorrow. Huwag lang ma-develop yung manyana habit. You can always have a clean slate day. You can start now. Start today. Start in 5 minutes. Start in 10 minutes. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. So, runners, for tonight, here are our action plans. Here are our action plans on how to face your shadow. Number one, have an introduction. Identify your demons. Is the second one. Understand the impact. Number three. Number four, root causes. Identify the root causes. Number five, know your responses and coping mechanisms. Six, set goals for facing your demons. And number seven, set your action plans. set your action plans. What now? What's next? What's next? And I'm telling you these to have an idea, to know where to start. And I would also trim this down into like digestible bites for you to easily navigate through what we have just talked about. So you don't have to listen to this entire hour of the podcast. I know you value your time. The reels is the way to go. So this is how you can do it. And if you find yourself being too tough, yan, being too tough on yourself na, I'm gonna make it, sorry, you allow it. Okay? You allow your emotions to be felt in a safe place na wala kang may istorbong tao. And if you're still struggling, then I highly suggest, okay? Highly suggest start your healing journey with We Are Pathways. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, or go to nas.io/. We Are Pathways. Again, this is not sponsored. This is just me telling everyone how amazing it was, how my healing journey was. And if I go to therapy, I would probably do the same. I would probably do the same. But I know therapy is expensive. There are freebies that I can try. I would be happy if someone would help me identify how I can start and try taking therapies naman din. Of course, like healing modalities, therapy, it goes hand in hand. And then religion. And then religion too. You got faith. So you have to find a balance within all of those. You know, there's no border. There's no spoon. There's no spoon. There's no spoon. Here we go. Thank you, Ron. Oh, JM is back. Hey. Hello, JM. JM from Zero Hour Discussions finally got to bump into Ashna Ren after all these years. Yes, congratulations, man. Finally, like the stars aligned. Your paths have crossed. And hindi lang hindi lang puro ako. Puro ako. And yung mga kakilala natin before. So, and I'm happy for you, man. Oh, Ses is here. Thank you, Ses. Ses says, dati kasama ako dito kaso masyado daw makatotohanin yung horror shows. Yes, sobra. Dami. Kung natuloy yung mga na-plan ko for this year, talaga, I would have like a walk with the runners or with anyone really, with just my friends in Intramuros at night. I don't know if it's still a thing. I no longer have the time to do it this coming few days. But I would be happy to do it next year or the next month after that. It doesn't have to be Halloween. It doesn't have to be Halloween. So yeah, runners, one of the toughest challenges that you can ever face talaga is your own past, because some people would really see you as the past version of yourself, even if they say, oh, I know, I forgive you, or I'm your friend. I'm your best friend. If there's trauma resurfacing to them, it would be such a convoluted time to them too, that even your mere presence or your name to them, again, if their mind is convoluted, it would be such a triggering moment for them. And you might get cut off, you might get pushed away, or you might be forever demonized by certain people because of your mistakes. Just know that it didn't have to just be that way. May trigger yan. There's a trigger. And if there's a trigger, there's a reason. And if there's a reason, there's a cause. And if there's a cause, there's a root. Boom. Boom! Eh, tara Baguio. Let's go! Read my mind. Um, kahit, kahit 3 days lang. Kahit 3 days. Kahit 3 days. I would be happy. I would be happy, says. Let's go to Baguio. Reset natin. Set. Kahit 3 days lang. Kahit 3 days. Goods ako dyan. Sabi ni JM, tara sa Balete Drive. Yes. Another one. Tapos meron pa, oh, yun nga. Sorry, naalala ko tuloy sa Baguio. Yung, ano ba yung hotel? Is that hotel? Ayan. Mas confident ako ngayon to visit um, horror horror sites. Mas confident ako ngayon. But again, like, mama, mabasag na naman ako. Star Mall pa nga lang. Durog na ako. Ayoko. What's important is for me to heal. Okay? What's important? For me to heal. Ayan. And says, pero I'm happy with your journey, man. Medyo different paths na tayo, pero silent supporter pa din. Sama nasyon si siya. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, sis. So for the runners, I would give a lot of love talaga to our brother, Ses, because not only he was a previous host, but he was also one of my best of friends then during the time na hindi ko alam kung ano yung direction kung saan pwede pumunta yung Runaway Podcast. Isa siya sa mga nag-push sa akin na, kaya mo yan. You can do it. Hindi lang yung attitude na, kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan. Hindi lang ganun. It's more of like, naniniwala talaga ako na kaya mo yan. And I am forever grateful, man, that you've helped me here then to the podcast. But now, kaya different paths na tayo kasi like, nakafocus na siya ngayon sa toys. And dude, I really want to tell all of the runners, it has been fruitful. It's been successful. Sobrang dami. Like, goodness. Naunahan lang ako ng isang buyer to buy Superior Spider-Man. But, babalik tayo dyan. Babalik tayo dyan. Sabi nila, appreciate, Brody. Bigyan kita labubo. Pero mukha natin. Yes! I'm beard. Ayun. So, see, runners, even if you have these shadows, even if you have these so-called demons in your life, there would still be people who would love you, who would support you, who would root for you to go through with it. Genuinely and lovingly na kaya mo and kaya nila. Huh. Yun. Yan, sorry. I'm just internalizing the moment. Oo nga, no? Parang, even if I lost friends, even if I've, or some of them distant then from me, and like, it's okay. Kasi, yeah, purging process. Purging process. Anyway, I'm just getting a hold of myself here. So, you guys, again, I just want to wrap things up now. I would like to thank everyone who have dropped by 0 hour discussions. JM, Mother, Father, Says, ayan, anything collectibles, and Jay as well, too. Thank you, man, for dropping by. And if you, runner, are listening to the episode now, in Spotify or on YouTube, I would like to tell you that you can do it. You have the right. You have the right to feel what you have to feel. And if people are telling you otherwise, if people are telling you to like just be strong, kaya mo yan, it's okay. You you allow it. It's okay to embrace this softness inside of you. It's also okay to embrace this toughness inside you. But what matters is that you learn from it. You learn from every experience you go through, from work, from school, from relationships, from losses, from financial losses, you take a step back, you you reflect on it, try to seek help with the people you love, with your family, with your friends, or to a professional who can give you a better perspective and help you feel less alone as you run away and come back to it later on. Because in the Runaway podcast, we just don't run away. We just don't run and run and run and run and run. We get tired. We walk. We rest. For us to get to that destination, we have to enjoy the journey. And it's overly said already na, "Ah, how do I enjoy the journey?" And take it step by step. It's okay. So, runners, thank you for tuning in. For tonight, this has been Ghostly Encounters Season 4, our Halloween special. Halloween special that focus more on handling conflicts from within. And so next time on the Runaway podcast, we would go back to our regular programming. Happy vibes, runaway, runaway, runaway. November is gonna be super exciting, and I am gonna be in a lot of events. A lot of events. So catch me as I share them next week too. Yeah. Okay. So you guys, thank you for tuning in. Runners, if you like, please, if you want to start your healing session, I would highly suggest go to nas.io/we are pathways to start your healing session today. Thank you. Last but not least, hi Miss Steffi, watching from Alabang. Hello. Ah, hopefully everyone is safe and sound. Thank you. So, runners, and to everyone who has tuned in to Facebook and on YouTube, thank you. I'm your host, Jerome Paul. This has been Runaway Podcast Ghostly Encounters Season 4, Facing Your Shadows. Just so, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, share the podcast, run away with Runaway Podcast. I will see you guys next week, and I'm very, very excited. Paalam. Bye-bye. No, Joy Spring is not gonna be here. It's not a Joy Spring reference, but paalam. Bye-bye.